Hi, I'm Will.
And I'm Tosha. Welcome back to My Better Half.
So we've been gone for about a week
Yep.
or so. We enjoyed spring break, had an incredible time. I hope you had an incredible time. And we had the privilege of being able to spend Palm Sunday in the Phoenix area, right in Goodyear, with the Refinery Church. Amazing church, and so grateful for our friends Chad and Melissa who lead the church there.
Yes.
Just truly, truly remarkable people. And then we got the opportunity for Easter to spend Easter with the Milestone Church that's in Toronto, and got to spend time with Kevin and Nadine, and just an incredibly dynamic, cosmopolitan city, and incredibly dynamic and warm church. And we had a wonderful time with them, and we learned so much, grew so much, got to spend some good time together. And
needless to say, we were exhausted after all that traveling. So we needed a moment. So thank you for giving us a moment. And we are back.
We also gained a lot of weight. So
you weren't supposed to say that out loud. Those are thoughts. Those are inner thoughts.
These are inner thoughts.
No, I also did, but these are inner thoughts.
But real talk, like, you spend time with people, you eat a lot of food, you have a lot of fun. And so, so that was a tremendous time. But we're in a dynamic season in our life, and we're praying that this podcast reaches you and really meets you where you are. We recognize everybody's in a different phase of life. You might be thinking about getting married. You might just have gotten married. You might be in the middle years. You may be a little bit further along, kind of like we are. We've been married 26 years, or maybe you've been married longer than we have. And you're hoping that this might be helpful to help you as you kind of spice things up and kind of go deeper in your marriage.
Or maybe you're single. You've not found your person yet, and you're just preparing yourself for when it comes.
Which is a really wise approach, because you got to prepare yourself to meet the person that God is destined for you, but you got to be prepared to meet them. Today, we're going to talk about the Lovers First Manifesto, which sounds so spicy. But let me just be really clear. What we're talking about is the fact that you've got to decide to put each other first. And that the order of the way that you do things really matters. You know, I remember I struggle with math. And one of the things I struggled with in algebra was the order of operations. Like, the way that you order things will give you a very different result. God has ordered things to be a certain way, with him being first and then your marriage being second. It's the first and most important human relationship, if you are married, to put your spouse first. But our world kind of jumbles that up, and it creates very different outcomes if you don't follow the divine principle, the biblical principle, the universal principle of really having this Lovers First Manifesto mindset.
Amen.
What that means is really understanding why your kids need you to love your spouse more than loving them. Now,
before we hop into that, because you are rolling.
I'm rolling.
So before we hop into that, we got to go back and check in. So not last week, but the week before that, since we took a little break, we gave you a little marriage minute where there was a little challenge, and it was called the 30-second hand fast. Kind of weird name, but you'll remember it because it's so weird. So 30-second hand fast. You're supposed to actually... What are you supposed to do?
What we did was you hold each other's hand.
Yeah, you hold each other's hand for 30 seconds.
And you share things
what you're grateful for. Yeah. Yes. And then you pray together.
Yeah.
See?
And
I forgot for a second.
We did that.
We did that.
We did.
So how was it for you?
Man, it's always good holding your hand. But
for a whole 30 seconds?
For a whole 30 seconds.
Yes.
I will tell you that here's the hardest thing. Life moves like super fast.
Yep.
So it's really easy to like, I got other things to do. So just the decision to actively pause really builds the relationship. But actually remembering to actively pause is the hardest thing in the world, because we're all being pulled in like a million different directions.
Yeah, and it takes deliberate decision.
It does.
So, and everything about these podcasts are all about making deliberate decisions.
Small ones.
Very small ones that
consistent
are doable.
Ones. Yeah, that's the key.
All right. So as we're rolling this out and we transition into talking about this, the hard truth, here's the hard truth.
Yeah.
Okay. If you have children and they're the center of your universe, then your universe is unstable.
It is.
And none of us want to have an unstable universe or unstable marriage. We've realized, and it took a minute for us to realize it because our kids are pretty grown at this point. But we realize that when they come first, we're communicating something to them. We're communicating that the two of us don't come first. See, if they come first, then we can't come first to each other.
And this is a huge part of kind of the myth of the way the world's set up. So when you fall in love and you get married, assuming that you get married without kids, right? So this is kind of an assumption here.
Yes.
You get married without kids, then it's easy to focus on your person. Once you have kids in the equation, the natural default is to focus on them. If you get married and you have a blended family, you automatically put your kids first. Like, I don't know anybody that comes from a blended family where the default is not to put the kids first. It's just the nature of parents, the nature of the way that humans function, that you're like, this is my daughter, this is my son.
And my first priority.
Here's the problem, though. What actually provides kids the most stability is being able to see a model where someone else is functioning. So because humans learn through modeling, so we learn through what we see. So your kids actually need to see what happens when someone else decides to put the other person first, and that person decides to put them first. This is why it's the better half principle, that you are saying, you're my better half. And that's a beautiful statement going this way, but it's really important that it also goes with
this way.
So it has to go both ways.
Yes.
So what that does is it creates a mutuality and a connection that's really important for the emotional stability of kids. Kids don't do well as gods. They are not gods. They should not be worshipped. Kids need to be nurtured. They need to be trained at every stage and every age. They need to know that they are not the first priority, that your relationship with God is your first priority. Your relationship with your spouse is your first human priority, and that kids are second. Now, this may seem like blasphemy. This may seem crazy, but I'm telling you, it breaks this idea in the minds of kids that they're being worshipped.
Yeah. I mean, they would never say they're being worshipped.
But statistically,
but they feel it.
Yes.
They feel it. I'll never forget. And they long for it, just so you know.
Right.
They long for that. They long to be worshipped. It's innate. I'll never forget my little girl when she was about, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6. She started saying, Daddy, who do you love more? Like, and she was fully expecting for her to hear, Daddy, you love me more than you love Mom, but she was literally asking the question. And every time my husband would be like, Mom, I love Mom more. Mom's number one. And he would just say it. You're number 2 and your brother's number 2 as well, but Mom's number 1. And the look, she actually fought this for a while. And the look on her face was just like, oh, no, I'm not accepting that. And it took a while for her to actually accept it. But when she did accept it, you could see the difference in the way she carried herself. She's like, oh, Mom's number 1 with Dad. Like, I actually like that. Yeah. I actually feel secure in that. And now that she's older, she looks at us and she makes sure that we spend time together. She actually asks. She gets excited. She's like, you guys going on a date? Like, okay, well, that's good. Where are you going? Okay, everything good? She's always checking.
And she gives us a lot. She gives me a lot of help with how to take care of Mom.
Yes.
And my son gives me lots of feedback and expectation that I'm going to take care of Mom.
He does.
Now, here's the thing. Just so you know, we are not a perfect family.
No.
We have so much stuff that we're constantly working through. But this is one principle that we got right.
Yeah.
And we want to share this.
This might be the only one if you get this one right.
Yeah, it might be the only one we got right. And so, but for real. But here's the thing. It goes against kind of conventional wisdom. But it does not go against established science. It does not go against sound counseling principles.
Okay, so today we're reclaiming our rightful place in our marriage, okay, with each other. We're going to show you why kids actually need to be second place in your heart, okay? So sociological data shows a U-shaped curve in marital happiness. Okay, so here's what happens. It's a serious high when you're at the wedding, you know, and that first year of your wedding, and then it craters when your first child is born, whenever that is. Okay, and then for about 3 years. Well, that you know just gets worse and worse and worse usually, and it doesn't rise until your kids leave. That's kind of depressing, right? So we're here to actually help you flatten the curve. So instead of a U curve, we're hoping we can do more like that. All right.
So it's not a deep dip.
Yes.
Now, here's the thing. This is the 67% stat. So the Gottman Love Labs, and we reference the Love Labs a lot. John Gottman's amazing. Please check out his great work.
Yes.
But the Gottman's Love Labs discovered a staggering statistic. 67% of couples experience a significant drop in relational satisfaction within the first 3 years of their baby's birth. The ones who survive are the ones who prioritize their friendship over their parenting duties. So that's the key. This is why young couples struggle. And this is why even after that 3-year period, as your kid gets older, it's easy to get caught up in all the things you're doing with your kid.
Yeah.
You got to get them to lacrosse. You got to get them to swimming. You got to get them to karate, all the different things that you're doing. Yeah. It's easy just to roll, and it's a natural thing. You need to do those things.
And life is stressful.
And you need to be great partners.
Yes.
But here's what we're saying. You've got to decide for the health of your marriage to choose to be lovers first, to choose your spouse first over your kids. The amount of time, depending on their age and their life, you might spend more time with your kids. But in terms of the order of priority, it's important that your kids know mom or dad is first.
Yes. And research also shows that children in homes where parents put their marriage first, and that's the priority, and they know it, then the parents actually have lower levels of stress, like of cortisol. Isn't that crazy? So you actually feel less stress. And I think it's just because the parenting is not just on one parent. You feel the stress together, and you're able to make decisions together. And that helps you with your stress level because life is stressful.
And when your marriage is a priority, your kids don't feel the need to fix their parents' emotions. They get to just be kids. Now, here's the real deal. We're in a broken world where things are a lot more complicated than the simple binaries of a 2-parent household with 2 kids and a white picket fence. I mean, there's everything going on. We've got family members that are sick, and we got parents sometimes that are living with us. We've got, blended families, and, we have lots of single families that are navigating all of that. All we're saying is that it's important in a relationship that you have the right priority set. And it's important for kids that they know who's first and who's second. Now, this is also really essential, this parental alliance. Stability isn't built on extracurriculars. Stability is built on parent alliance. When kids see that parents are flirting or dating, it actually lowers their anxiety because they know that their foundation is secure. So this is what we're saying. If you want your kids to be secure, love each other.
So married people still flirt? Like, what's up with that?
You gotta
Is that a thing?
It's a thing.
It's a thing. It has to be a thing.
Like,
that's why it has to be deliberate,
right?
Because it has to be a thing. If your kids see you flirting with each other, then there's some spark still there. There's something, then it means that being married actually isn't all that bad. That it's actually something they can look forward to in their future at some point. So flirting is a good thing.
It is.
Doing inappropriate things out in public?
Oh.
No.
Tasha's trying to justify her own actions. We are not going to go down this road.
Okay, fine.
Don't encourage her.
Fine. I'm going to ask you a very serious question.
Yes.
All right. So, was there ever a point where you felt like I was choosing the kids over you? And how did that why you answer so quick? So how did that affect your desire to engage with me?
I mean, as soon as we had kids, that's how I felt. I was like, hey.
I was literally obsessed. I was just sitting there with that little baby thinking, perfect. Perfect.
Yep.
Yeah. And it was really hard for me to look away.
And here's the thing.
And I worked so hard to bring that child into the world. Like,
you did.
It's natural to want to, cater to that child and that child become number one. So sorry about that.
And here's the thing. I mean, you're a normal human being. Like, you love your son. You love your daughter. It is, you absolutely 100% prioritize them. Yeah. And I definitely felt at many times in our marriage that you put the kids before me. Mm-hmm. I definitely felt that. Mm-hmm. This is counter-cultural.
Oh, yeah,
it is. I come from a single parent background. So, I absolutely naturally default to putting the kids before you, because I'm like, man, that's my son. Like, I got to invest. This is my daughter. Like, so we've had to, these principles are not like easy. Yeah. They go against the way that we were raised.
Naturally think. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we found that they're really important for the health of our kids. The only reason why I do this is because I know it's actually important for the health of our kids. And now we built a pattern that has been helpful to us.
Yeah.
And honestly, our marriage is the best it's been because we've messed up so much and made so many mistakes.
I mean, that's how you learn,
I'm just keeping it 100. I don't want you to think, oh man, I wish I were like them.
Yeah.
Man, if you could see the scars and the mistakes, they're very, very real. So Tosha, I want to ask you this. So is it scary to think about putting me first again as our kids are getting ready to launch off? Like, how do you feel about that?
That's actually not.
Do you feel like you're losing a part of yourself or reclaiming a part of yourself?
Nah, man.
Where are you at with all that?
I've been waiting for this.
You've been
I've been waiting for this.
Okay,
I'm ready.
You trying to make it up
so
the curve.
Ready.
You're
so
like,
here's the deal.
The U-shaped curve's curving and you trying to go with it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll be honest with you. I always feel ready when it's time. I always feel ready.
I don't.
But I know. And we are the opposite in that, like, he struggles about, the kids moving on and doing their thing. I don't struggle until they actually leave. Like, that's when I struggle. Like, and it's just the timing. So if you ask me that today, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm so ready. But if you come back to me maybe 4 months after my kids have left me, I'm a puddle of tears in a corner calling them like, you don't miss me. It's a very different thing, but we handle it differently.
Yeah. I mean, so scriptural principle here, Proverbs 22:5, train up a child in the way they should go. And when they're old, they will not depart from it. Mm-hmm. That is really important. You've got to train kids in the way they should go. I will tell you in all honesty, as folks that are getting ready to be empty nesters, I'm terrified. I just am. It's both of our kids are leaving at almost the same time.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about our time.
Me too. I'm very excited about our time.
I'm excited about it. It's just like they're launching and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is what we work for, but this is really scary. And also, with our youngest going off to college, like, man, it's scary. Like the world is like scary. And
it's like 10 times scarier than when we went off to college.
And I don't know, we've tried to train up the children the way they should go. I hope our training was enough. I feel there are definitely areas where I feel like it was lacking, for me, at least. Yeah.
Well, the thing that's different for me now, because it actually is scary, for them being away from us. That part is scary, thinking about them being away. My prayer life has changed a lot because I realize how little control I got.
Yeah.
I always thought I had a little bit of control, but parenting is probably the most humbling thing I've ever done in my whole entire life. And I realize I have no control and I really have no control once they leave my house. That's a real thing. So I'm praying like crazy for my own heart to be surrendered, for their safety, for good decisions, all the things. But that's what's been different. And one of the things that would help us is to actually pray about those things together.
Yeah.
Because since you feel the anxiety that you feel, I mean, I definitely feel it, just on different levels, we can help each other.
Yeah, for sure. And 1 Peter 4:8 says, above all, keep loving one another earnestly, since love covers over a multitude of sins. I think it's important to recognize that love is what covers over a multitude of sins. We've all fallen short.
Yes.
Your children should be the fruit of your marriage, not the forest. I think that's important to recognize that. And that the greatest thing that any parent could do for their children is to love the spouse. That's so critical. But as we said,
one last scripture, and then we'll run to our
let's go to the marriage minute. Yeah.
Can I do the one last scripture
Please?
first?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. So it's Proverbs 31:28. Her children rise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praises her. Now, this is a husband that feels connected to his wife. That's all I got to say about that. That's where all the praise comes from. So we've got to be deliberate to put that other person first, to put each other first.
Yeah.
And not the kids.
And that is the kids are second.
They're second.
Not put your kids last.
I mean, you still love them.
Yeah.
They're still wonderful.
Just so you know, most of the time. That is a forcing mechanism to get priorities right. Yeah. Let's talk about this marriage minute, because what you just said, that scripture pivots beautifully into the front door rule. Tell us about the front door rule.
Now our marriage minute. All right. So the goal is called the front door rule. And the goal is to visibly reestablish your marriage as your primary pillar through this tiny little thing that you get to do. Okay. So when you come home, the first thing you do is you find your spouse and you give them a kiss and greet them before you acknowledge the kids.
6 seconds. You learned to do the 6 seconds.
Yeah, that's true. If you were to, add the 6 seconds. Okay.
Integrate.
Kiss them for 6 seconds.
There you go.
Greet and kiss them for 6 seconds before you talk to the kids, before you open the mail, before you ask what's for dinner or whatever it is. You want to actually kiss your spouse and greet them first. Okay?
Yep.
And you can tell the kids, hey, give me a second. I just got to say hello to mom or dad, depending on who you are. I got to say hello first.
That one word first is a good set. And you're going to train yourself that way. Now, just so you know, we have started a brand new series. We've just talked about the Lover's First Manifesto. We're over the next several weeks, we're going to go into talking about the United Front, about surviving the transition, the launching phase, and how to work through the transition. We are going through this with you in real time. And then we're going to end out this segment, this 4-set segment, with the family mission statement. More than anything else, we want to encourage you to live your life with the right orders of operation, putting God eternal first, putting your spouse as your first human relationship, and then having your kids be second, and everything else comes after that. Work, other family members, everything else. You've got to have the right order of operation. That order will change your life in profound ways. We love you. You are the architects of your love. And I pray that you recognize that your kids are watching what you're building. So go forth and build something worthy of imitation. We look forward to catching you on the other side.
All right. See you next week.
See you next week.